within our smaller neighborhoods, towns, and cities. Our own police work, that work with local law enforcement, must be formed. As the people organize, other governmental departments will develop. The newly formed and united black people must seek friendships with other persons of color, as we cannot become a true international people in a country with such vast diversity in ideas. During this early development period among us, the new united black people must not, now listen, we must stop tripping on interracial dating, homosexuality, and the past wrongs of the United States government. These issues during this developmental stage is trivial. We're growing out of those things. We know about the government. Those issues should be set aside because we're striving for something higher. And we should not allow nothing to take our eyes off the prize. The people will be heard. Issues will be judged and discussions will be brought forth to the masses as to where they stand on such issues. But nothing that will harm the newly formed government will be fomented, causing the resurgence of division. Black women must be embraced, honored, and respected. Black women must be allowed to seek their full potential. Black women and children must be protected at all costs. All black children must be made to seek education even at its bare minimum and taught the truth, not fiction or fairy tales, the truth of their ancestors' history and not a watered-down version of such. Being that this newly formed organization is not at this time a true nation within itself, but actually just a large organization, it cannot also force certain individuals to let go of the little vices that they have grown accustomed to. But perhaps this new unification will inspire our people to stop smoking cigarettes, drinking liquor, abusing illegal drugs, and so forth. So what I'm saying to us, we are unified, all of us, regardless to where your standing is. Because what is most important at this time is not moral or immoral values. It is our unification, and some of us smoke, some of us drink. We are involved in excessive sex practices, all kinds of things. But that's not important. The important thing is that, do you want us to be unified? Do you want to promote self-love? Do you want what is best for our future generation and for us today? Those practicing these things will not be excluded from being united with their brothers and sisters. But we can't build a nation drunk or being high on drugs. The masses of the newly unified black peoples will make perfectly clear to the United States government through all forms of media that they have chosen a representative to lead them. Furthermore, they stand behind that leadership. So during the process of this great meeting, and by the vote of the black people of the United States, we have chosen one individual like a president or a king among us. I don't want to say, those titles I really don't like, but I'm just saying, just for the sake of clarification so we know what I'm talking about. We've chosen our leader, not leaders, our leader that represents the whole of black people. And of course you're going to have some black folks in this country that say, that ain't my, there's a lot of people that say Obama is not their leader. Unless you can build up something that's better or greater, then your ass just gonna come on board for the ride. So it don't make no difference with y'all, with those who are left behind talking about. Believe it. And these white people in power are not gonna listen to them either. They're gonna go by what we as a people, the vast majority of us, want. That's just how things go, whether you like it or not. So either your Negro ass gonna be part of this or be left behind. Again, this leadership will not be self-proclaimed or determined by the media of our oppressors with an unknown purpose. And he or she will be acknowledged as such. I'm telling us that our president could be male or female. We should only be interested in, do they have the qualities in order to get this great job done? The newly united black people also know that a certain number of the black population will not participate in this process. However, their being in a minority will have no effect upon this unification, and will also grow smaller in numbers as the unification process finds success after success. Also among this minority will include a section of black people that we will call nigger trash. These type of blacks have grown content in being ignorant and foolish. They live like savages. These blacks will be considered exiled from the state or from among us and treated like enemies. These blacks that I call nigger trash, these blacks will kill other black people, rob other black people, steal from other black people. And so these we must deal with accordingly and send a clear message to them. If they attack citizens of this new unification, they will be dealt with and brought to justice within the laws of the United States. So there will be no more of these marauding gangs. There will be none of these Negroes going in our neighborhoods terrorizing our people. No longer. We will get rid of them. The citizens of the United States must be made to know that these of whom I call nigger trash, they are not part of the newly formed unification. It is not on the agenda to save anybody. We shouldn't care nothing about them. This is not the mission of the newly unified Black United Front. However, that could be the mission of individual organizations such as our churches, clergymen, or missionaries. These people that we consider and we call nigger trash, they would be treated just like we would treat the Ku Klux Klan. We must accept the fact that religion, politics, education, and money, as we have used them in the past, have had minimum superficial success. in general has failed us as a people. We must stop tripping. Okay? Y'all know what the word tripping means. We must stop tripping over who gets credit for helping solve the problems of the descendants of slaves, as long as the problem gets solved. Only then can we go on to do greater things. At this time, we should not seek reparations, as it is clear after over 100 years, without even giving up the often quoted, time run out, hold on a second.